With compound interest, we use the formula Vn equals V0 times 1 plus R over 100 raised to the power n, where Vn equals the total amount either owed at the end of the time period or invested at the end of the time period. V0, again in dollars, is the principal, the amount that we borrow or the amount that we invest at the beginning of the time. R equals the interest rate per the number of times that the interest is calculated in a year. So per number of interest periods per year. So if your interest was calculated or compounded monthly, then the number of interest periods per year would be 12 months of the year. If the interest rate was calculated or compounded weekly, it would be divided by 52, the number of weeks in a year, and so on. N equals the total number of times that interest is paid. So no total number of interest periods. So if it was over 2 years and you are compounding it monthly, then in 1 year it would be 12. In 2 years it would be 24, 2 times 12, giving you N as 24. So let's look at an example. So Rebecca borrows $68,500 at 6.72% per annum, compounded monthly over 7 years. As soon as we see the word compounded, then immediately we know that we're dealing with compound interest rather than simple. And the question becomes, at the end of that time, how much does she owe? So we have our formula that we can plug our values into. So Vn equals V0, the amount that she borrowed, the principal amount is $68,500, times 1 plus. Now R in here is going to be 6.72, so 6.72 divided by the number of interest periods in 1 year. If it's compounded monthly, then there are 12 interest periods in 1 year. So it'll be 6.72 divided by 12, and then all of that will be divided by 100. Up here, the 100. And then that will be raised to the number of times interest is paid. If it's paid monthly, then that's 12 months in a year. We've got 7 years, so it'll be 7 times 12, which is 84. So our formula becomes 68,500 times 1 plus 6.72 divided by 12 divided by 100 raised to the power 84. And when we put that into our calculator, we come out with a total of $109,499.67.